my thing.
What's cheaper for the buck? 2 SLIs, 2 Crossfires that are fucking low scale, or 1 decent card without SLI or Crossfire? That's the question.
And that's something I've also been looking at. I've been looking in the roughly $200 range at video cards, and there's a couple out there that I found. They're not as high on the benchmarks that we've been looking at as I was originally looking at. But I'm really glad at the same time that I discovered this issue, and I'm able, I'm putting myself in a position to be able to get through it.
End result, you'll have a rock solid unit that you know works throughout, from your monitors to your power supply. So there's a lot of thought and process that goes right behind it before the build.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, and it's not just what I have now, but what I'm going to have in the future as well.
Exactly.
The expansion ports for the digital signals, so that if I pick up 2 more 24-inch TVs or monitors, can I run them off my video card? Is there the expansion to be able to do what I want now, as well as upgrade exterior components?
Well, let's face it. Doesn't ATI always have the advantage when it comes to multi-display units? I mean, haven't they always had it? I mean, that's pretty basic question.
Even put any.
You just bought a fucking ATI. Shut the fuck up.
I did, but I don't have the background to get that.
Shut the fuck up. You're not even allowed in this conversation. Fucking ATI has always blocked the fucking multi-display and the fucking little shit like that. Now when it comes down to fucking frame rates per second, now we're talking GeForce. But the game has changed, dudes. The game has changed. Let's not. Dude.
And let me put this out there. The card that I bought today, Jeff, it's not the newest card on the market.
But it's a good, respectable card.
It's a good, respectable card. But when that card came out, that was a $300 card all day long.
Right. So, and what card is that now? What card is that? So that the people watching this recording can know what card you bought.
I bought the XFX. I think they call it the Double D 6950. Has the 2 gigs of DDR5, 256-bit. That's just off the top of my head. I can't quote any of the other stuff that's about it. Other than it has the dual DVI-I ports with 1 HDMI and 2 mini HDMIs.
Who's the OEM?
That would be,
it's XFX.
XFX, but it's a Radeon. It's a Radeon card, so it'll run the XSplit, not the SLI.
And point taken, I'm telling you, point taken, point blank. Radeon ATI has always had the advantage with the multi-display units, not the FPS game. They've never had that, but they've always had the fucking multi-display units game. And if I'm wrong, fucking email me at great-to-be-sober.com.
Wow.
And the other thing is that card worked with my motherboard, as being, in a sense, my motherboard supports the X-Fire. So if in the long run I want to get another one, it'll just blend right in, no problem.
There you go. It's got the X-Fire capabilities, and it's got grow worth. You know what I mean, for the price. So
it's in the top 20. It's in the top 20 cards on benchmark.
Top 20, bitches. Top 20.
6, 4.5 all day.
6 quarter all day. So, what do you got to say to that, Ray?
I gotta say that I was looking at a top 10 board, or top 10 card, you know, and I still may be.
Dude,
if I can find the card that I've been looking at, one of the two, that has the ports that I'm looking for, then I will honestly probably go that route. If I can't, then I might just drop it down to, you know, to $100, $110, $115 card and pick up two and just run SLI or Crossfire. You know, it makes sense.
Which is another option, yes.
Right,
you know, what I won't have is, I won't be able to compete with you guys in the cores, but the 4-core processor that I have is going to hammer up there with you guys. It's just going to work a whole lot harder.
Well, first of all, I hope to play games with you. I'm pretty sure that we'll have a good gaming experience on both sides. And another thing I want to say is that your autofocus, you need to get that in check.
You need to quit being lazy, autofocus, and
fucking Microsoft cinema cams, dude, at their finest. And I know because I own one. It's right there.
I need to change the driver because right now they're not giving me the option to turn off the autofocus. So
basically what he's saying, folks, is don't allow Windows to install the drivers for you. Install them yourself.
Yeah, fuck Windows. And also, okay, so but with these really good video cards, man, I'm seeing at Newegg and Tiger Direct, they're giving away fucking video game bundles.
Oh yeah.
Come on, dude, it's fucking like $120 in video games at least. Fucking just for 3 games, maybe more. Maybe fucking $160. I mean, fucking, these games are worth a lot of money to people.
And I might be getting those games as of next week. Because I have to purchase one of those cards.
What do you mean? Well, hold up. First of all, you just purchased a card.
Yes, but I have to do a really good build, so I'm specking some things out for a project that I'm working on for the people I do work for. Let's put it that way. I can't really name them.
Alright, so people not to be named. Todd works as a internet technologies professional.
Information technology.
Yes, I am a network engineer / network consultant.
Right. And I'm also getting my degree at fucking fakeinternetcrap.com pretty soon, so go ahead.
Yes. But anyway, I have a project that we're working on, and we have one computer that's going to be beefier, more power, more stout, you know, like the big dog out of 5, and I basically need to have that all set up and ready for a purchase come Tuesday. So this weekend I will be doing a little bit more research on what I want to actually do with the money that is allotted, because basically I'm working on a $35,000 project and I need to stay within budget. I can't spend $1 more.
Dude, $35,000?
No, $35,000 for everything that we're doing.
It's hard to stay under that $35,000 budget plan. I know.
So out of $35,000, let's put it this way: out of $35,000, I've already spent $12,000 on some materials. Basically, it's for a digital photography class and Photoshop class, and so. A 44-inch printer, 12 by 17.5 scanner. I think there was a 21-inch printer for something else, and you know, some supplies. And right there's $13,000 gone.
You know what that brings up to mind is why the fuck does ATI, and Jody brought this up 3 times this week, why the fuck does fucking AMD always put fucking parallel fucking ports on their boards? I don't get that shit.
Yeah, why? What the
Who
fuck
uses
does
that shit?
AMD boards run that requires a serial port? Like,
I mean, really? I mean,
can we
fucking...
pour some milk in it and fucking eat it? No.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
There is still some, I guess, I'm not sure, it would be called a dot matrix type printer that were used in larger corporations and stuff a lot of times. I think they use those, and believe it or not, I still run into that stuff today. So, does it make sense to me to be there
I
anymore?
gotta be honest, I got a fucking 4-in-1 printer that's USB, and I haven't used a fucking parallel port in I don't know how long. And
The difference was the big cost factor in how fast these things could print. And so, believe me, the motorcycle shop I did work for this week, they actually have 2 of these machines sitting there running, still in production, still being used, and you know, do I think that technology should be retired? Yes, because there's too many companies you walk into and they tell you they want to do this, this, and this, and you look at their equipment and they're running servers that are 10, 12 years old. It's time to upgrade.
alright, hold up. Just so you know, just so Robbie doesn't feel left out on our live recording for YouTube. Robbie, shut the fuck up. Alright, let's move along.
Robbie, are you talking about the idea of the show, or are you talking about the actual picture that you are seeing? Which setup do you speak of?
And we're waiting.
And we're waiting, and so it's all YouTube now.
What's
And
going
Mark,
on,
welcome
Mark?
to the room.
Sir
What's
Canadian,
up, Mark?
It's Mark Kill 'em All.
or Die Trying.
We're doing our Geek Week on the Edge show right now, and we happen to vape while we're talking about
A little bit.
fucking tech shit.
Hey, Chronic, welcome to the room.
And if you don't know, now you know.
And I think Robbie is in the room, but has left his living room because he's not answering. So,
I think
back to
he
the
might have
show.
fallen asleep. Because he's
Robbie
so
fell
comfortable.
off the fucking tower.
He's so comfortable laying down on his couch, watching us on TV.
On his 50-inch TV.
Alright, so anyways, yeah, no, my build's not done. Jody's is still
It's
like
still in development, research and
development, yeah, and figuring it out. I went with the 8350, or I went with the 8150 processor, the GTX 560, correct me folks, and about 18 gigs of memory. We're going to benchmark the ITX against the normal ATX style and see if there's any difference. We'll see which one's easier to overclock. And yeah, it's going to be
Very
pretty,
interesting.
it's going to be pretty straightforward. I mean, it is what it is. It's the same tower, the same setup, 2 different motherboards. We'll fucking overclock them both and see which one does better. And we'll have all the results for you folks here.
So just to double back, Robbie was talking about the screen setup. Robbie, this is my dream build right here that you see around
And I
us.
love the setup, just so you know.
It's pretty much gorgeous. This is what I'm gonna push for in the future. I want to have this right here. Sadly, this is a picture I found online, and I am very jealous, but it is the end goal. So this was my idea, but it's also my idea and everybody else's idea of a good time, and what heaven probably looks like if it's a place.
Alright, well, I'm echoing apparently to 420.
I think he's echoing. I think 420 is echoing.
Possible. We'll see what our recording sounds like afterwards.
I suppose we will. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look at. There's a lot of, comparisons to make still. SLI or Crossfire versus, a single higher-end video card.
Yeah, and I have that's a weird thing. I'm just learning the SLI Crossfire thing. But I will say that I bought a board that supports both, because I really don't know which one is better. Not you know what I mean? I mean, wow. That's big stuff for folks.
Right. Well, and
SLI Crossfire.
Honestly, when I built the system that I'm on now, and I picked that card specifically, not just based on price, I picked it because it was SLI ready, and I was going to pick up another one of these cards. And, between it just really not ever happening and them just continuing this model, it just didn't happen. Like, I never ended up doing that. And so, maybe that's the direction I want to go, because, you take two cards, you slap them together, and you get twice the performance.
Yeah, theoretically you do. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but theoretically you do. And here's my thing is, I just went out and bought a board because of the SLI, because of the Crossfire, because of the more memory. And I'm thinking, I probably won't do any of all that, unless it's for a show. That I would do. I would totally Crossfire. I would totally SLI. I would totally, but really, do I need it? I don't need it. I mean,
some of us do it because it's fun, and the part of it is, check out what I got. Like cool stuff when it comes to the computer world. You could call it bragging rights. You could call it anything you want. It's just a whole lot of fun for us. And something me and Jeff have talked about, and I'm sure Great has talked to Jeff about it, is after we pretty much have our builds done, and possibly, and we didn't think of this in time, or else I would have, done the whole unpackaging of each product and stuff like that. But we plan on doing some short videos of actually, what we have built, and we'll try to do a nice clean cut version of our build and show you what we have going on.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I will try to do some cuts of me opening the 3100 or 31500. The Sparkle that I'm getting, the 560. I'll video it. I get a lot of memory. Another board coming, folks. I'm gonna fucking video it all, try to record it, and we'll try to integrate it to our new shows. And what we need to do is do bench testing, 101, fucking NVIDIA, and fucking Radiant ATI, and fucking just go for it.
I figured,
the big
some screenshots up of a benchmark test on our own of each of our machines would be cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Also showing what we have, with our benchmark test, also showing what the Windows Experience Index shows as our score being for our setup.
Which we all know is fucking stupid. Just so you know. Windows Experience pretty much wants you to upgrade, so they fucking give you a really shitty ass score, and they're waiting for the next big thing that'll never happen or will happen, but yeah, no, it's not around today, but you guys just don't measure up. That's what Windows Experience is. To make you feel like you suck. Basically.
And one thing we had touched base on earlier was we had talked about price points with what you could do. Let's say $200 against $200 versus a GeForce card versus a Radeon card, and so we always have people that love Mac versus Windows, and Windows sucks because it's I got a Mac, and and I had said to Jeff, I hear this argument all the time from people that are Mac people that come at me on the network. Well, I have a Mac, and first of all, I tell them first things first. I work on Windows, and that keeps me securely employed. And second of all, if you own a Mac, if you spend $2,000 on it, let me spend $2,000, and then we'll equal it out and see who's got the better machine. I think in the long run, I'm gonna be far more superior, but that's needless to say. So
Yeah, we need to get people to look at it in reality terms.
Yes. We want to compare apples to apples.
Yeah, because people are going megahertz to megahertz. And megahertz may cost a lot of fucking money on one side and a whole lot less on another. So you fucking have to look at your pocketbook, point blank. How much are you going to spend for a processor?
How much are you willing to spend on a processor?
How much are you going to spend for your memory? These are good, valid points. Because if you're going to spend $180, you know that, okay, I got $180 to spend for my processor. Okay, which one, where does it lie? Now, if money is not an issue, go for the Intel 7. Fucking buy it. The fucking Intel 7 fucking works ass. It's got 6 cores, the new Intel 7. It's fucking got hyper-threading, GPU fucking extensions. It fucking works amazing. Dude, if price is not an issue, Intel 7. Now, if you only got a certain amount of money to spend, then you're in a different ballpark. You're in the human zone.
What's going on, best for the money, dollar for dollar, you're going to end up in the AMD series of processors.
Right now,
unless you find one hell of a sale.
Right now, with the new bulldozers, you're going to find yourself in the AMD zone, price for price. I mean, so I just bought a $170 processor, right?
Yep.
It's 8-core. It's 3.6 gigs. Let's see what that could buy me on Intel for $170.
And Greg might even know off close on the top of his head what processor.
What could I buy for $170, bro?
You were looking at a couple of the i7 processors.
Maybe 180 even. Let's go there. Let's go 180.
I was looking at a lot of Intel. I'm a huge fan of Intel. I love their processors, their workhorses. They don't break a sweat.
They hyper-thread. They hyper-thread like motherfuckers.
They're incredible machines. Probably the closest, and what I was really kind of looking at was the Intel i5 3470, I believe it is. It's I want to say 3.2 gigahertz processor. I think it turbos out to 3.6. It's close to the top, the higher end of the i5s. I think the i5 that everybody that everybody goes for when going for an i5 is the i5 3570K. It overclocks really well, and it's a powerhouse for a quad-core processor. I mean, it's...
And what kind of price tag are we looking at? Ballpark numbers. We don't need exact.
Well,
3470, you're looking at about $185 to $200 for the chip.
Okay, here's the thing. I just pulled that up while we were talking, and I wish I could just screen with you guys. I'm not getting what you said. I'm getting 179 is the cheapest, and it goes up from there to 529. Here's
the 3570K.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, that chip won't sell for that much. It can't sell for that much money.
Alright, well,
an i7, absolutely. The i7 3770K is going for about in the neighborhood of 300.
Either way, this thing sells for way more than the 8-core will.
Yeah.
You know,
we were talking about a quad core.
We're talking about comparing apples to apples and price to price.
Yeah, so we're trying to
This
bring
thing is way above the 8-core.
And with that being said,
That being said, this thing is nowhere near the 8-core price.
and
I just think that
it's a quad core, and to think, okay, I got a quad core. I think it sells for anywhere between $99 and $109. Maybe as high as $114 for mine, which is a quad core with 3.8 gigahertz. With a turbo to 3.9 gigahertz, so quite a substantial savings and I'm not sure where the cache is on the L2 and L3 on the i5 that Greg was talking about, but so quite a bit of savings right there, But believe me, I'm an Intel guy. I really like Intel stuff. But when it came down to me personally building a budget machine with what I wanted
here's the thing with me. I was very partial to Intel all the time, but the last couple years it seemed like there was a lot of fanboys that fucking went after AMD and said how shit they were, and that kind of bothered me. Like I have to look into this. If somebody tells me, they get all fucking emotional and shit, I gotta look into it. And now I'm seeing, okay, the i5 330P Ivy Bridge 3.1 is 179.
So I'm looking at the i5 3470 Ivy Bridge 3.2 gig to 3.6 gig turbo, $199, and that's not on sale. That's just
where is that?
I'm on Newegg.
Because I just linked you, because I'm on Newegg right now. For 179, I get the i5 3350. Which it's fine. It really doesn't matter. But what we're talking to is price-wise, right? So, and that's where it comes into, because people are measuring megahertz to megahertz, and it's not megahertz to megahertz. It's how much do you have in your pocket? What are you going to spend? And what do you want? All right.
So if we're spending $150 on
if we're spending, that's exactly it. Is the end of the day is you're spending. Okay, bye.
I'm here. Okay. I had to get to the link that you.
No, I know. Do what you gotta do. Okay, so you're spending $150, right, or $180. $180 here. Where does that leave you? You have to do it